Okay, guys, I don't normally do true crime on here, but I needed the backdrop. So I'm going to record it on here because it usually puts it on my other, it saves it on my photos so I can then upload it to YouTube. But I am on here to talk about Miss Elizabeth here because, yes, I am all about prosecute the other three. I'm kind of on the fence even with Christine Siders because I don't know, I just have this funny feeling being from a small town like Kentucky, and this kind of reminding me of Eastern Kentucky. I think this has been blown out of proportion. Not the fact that you've had 16 children and that they say that they've locked them in a little 13 by 13 room. Reason being because they say that some of them can't even speak. Well, let's see. Some of them aren't even two yet. So yeah, some of them aren't going to speak because they don't know how yet. They say that the 18-year-old doesn't even know how to say her own name yet. But yet, she has social media pages. And people have found them. I have not found them yet. I just started deep diving into this. Things that I have found, she was being groomed at the age of 13. He was 15. Can you say she was really groomed? I don't know. But they both live with his parents. Now, it is being said that all 16 children are Gary Jr.'s children, said by an attorney. I don't know whose attorney. I don't know if it's her attorney or Gary's attorney. I'm willing to bet, and this is my opinion, this is not anything that has been proven, this is not anything that has been documented, but how do they know all 16 children are Gary's? If there are physical things wrong with the children, mentally, physically handicapped things, could it be due to incest? Due to her being pregnant by not only her so-called husband, but the father as well? Because I have a funny feeling that there's a little bit more to this than everybody has yet to find out. Everybody's just jumped on the train. They found 16 kids in a house. Now, do I think it's right that they're not going to school? No. Do I think it's right that they're living in filth? No. But again, go to Eastern Kentucky, you'll find more of like the same thing. What gets on my nerves, and it's just repeatedly played online on the news, is this guy that's on there that continuously says, I just can't get the smell off of me. Oh. Dude, you didn't even go in the house. You obviously have never seen poverty before. I mean, come on. And you're throwing a fit because you couldn't get the smell off of you. There's poor people out here. Now, am I saying it's, like I said, I'm not agreeing with the way that these kids were raised. But I think there's a little bit more to it than, you know, they were found and then boom, it was just blown up. Oh, we found 16 children in a house that, you know, looks like crap and, you know, it's unkept. Well, could you keep up with a house with 16 children in it? Because I guarantee you the only thing that ever probably got done, it was from her. So could you raise 16 children and keep up a house? Because I guarantee the men weren't. Do you think the men got up and did anything? No. Because that grandfather looked like he could barely talk, let alone try to clean something. The mother was probably yelling at her to get up and clean. I would just be taking so much better care of my husband than that kind of thing. I can just see that happening. Or I could see the grandmother cooking, you know. So again, there's just so many. And anybody on here from Kentucky? Or just any country state? You tell me that you've not seen families like this. To where, you know, the husband's in-law, parents, whatever, are constantly on the mother. You got to do this, that, and the other for your husband. Mind you, not pop out 16 kids. Like I said, the whole 16 kids it's a little out there. The whole house being in. But honestly though, when I first heard about it, I just heard about it. I didn't see it. But when I heard about it, when I thought I was going to see a picture of this house, I thought it was going to be like held up with like straw and water or something. But I mean, it's not a bad looking house on the outside. I mean, it's not the greatest. I mean, it's not a mansion or anything, but I mean, it's not a bad looking house on the outside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I'm sure not very good, considering there's 20 people living in it. And then, you know, nobody's taken into consideration that the woman has actually had 21 children, because you got to think of the miscarriages and probably stillborns that she's had. So take into consideration how this woman's body is, you know, reacting, or even is. I mean, Lord, if I had 21 kids, I wouldn't want to walk. I don't want to walk now, and I ain't even dealing with half this. Let alone want to try to clean a house. You know, you're probably breastfeeding, because I guarantee you they don't have the money to go out and buy formula. What food stamps they do get, 16 children, they're feeding them. So she's breastfeeding 3 sets of twins. How many kids are in diapers? How many kids are potty training? Nobody is taking into consideration what this poor woman is going through. Again, I'm not excusing what the house looks like. I'm not even excusing the 16 children. But everybody knows what it's like, and everybody has seen what it's like when people get groomed. She was groomed started getting groomed at 13. She was married at 15. She had her first child, you know, at 15. And went on till 2025. So that's all the woman knows, is having kids. So to have an unkept house, she's taking care of 16 children, her husband, and his parents. How would you do it? So think before you get behind that keyboard and say something.